What is going on, guys? MrAeroHD here, and we are back again with a nice, sweet little episode of Ask Aero. I want to openly apologize for last week for the lack of videos. I got so far behind with Ask Aero last week that I only got it up on Wednesday, I believe, and I just was kind of all frazzled for the rest of the week, so I haven't... Well, I got it up, yeah, like at 1 or 2 in the morning, Wednesday morning. So I got confused for that, like, not confused, but I wanted to reset and get back on schedule and not, like, try to, fuck around. Again, it's still really hard for me to make videos, especially I want to try to bump up to 7 a week. It's kind of hard for me to find the time, especially when I work till 10, 11 o'clock at night, and the only thing you want to do when you get home from work is sleep. But, I've told you guys this story before. I'm not going to bore you and, sob and play the world's smallest violin. I fucked up. Let's hope this week goes better. I don't know what else to say. But let's get into these questions here. I skimmed through a couple of them, to be honest, because some of them were repeats, and some of them I didn't bother reading yet. But this one's a big one. He's just... Thank you for watching your videos. Basically, the first paragraph, second paragraph, I assume that from your involvement in the Forza community, you probably have a good idea of who the movers and shakers are around there. I'm part of the WRD, WAT Racing Development. It's a group of users on 4chan's automotive board that get together and form a club. I'm just curious if you know how the numbers of the decals of groups being taken down by Turn 10 despite them not being offensive. We don't speak for Turn 10 and can't comment on that, but we were just curious if you had anything heard anything about the group through the community. More towards the Forza community, I stay within the drifting community. I don't really step out because the drifting community is kind of its own little unit. People don't come in and we don't go out. That's just an unspoken rule. I think I heard of WRD before. I'm not too familiar with them. I don't know, it sounds somewhat familiar to me, but no, I have no idea. Maybe it's just because they're getting reported as offensive. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't give you a straight answer. Number one, why you no use cockpit view? I learned in far bumper and on a controller, I find it redundant to use cockpit view. I'm more comfortable with that view, so when I pull the wheel out from time to time, I do use cockpit view though. What is the main difference between a point drifter's car and a tandem car? It really depends because you can set them pretty much up the same way. I find that points drifters usually go towards everything that a battle drifter or tandem drifter does not do. Race tires are slicks, drag slicks, lots of power, positive camber, shit like that. So all-wheel drive, basically everything that a tandem drifter would stay away from. I find that's what the points drifters seem to flock to, but I wouldn't be able to tell you, basically just because you can set them up identical and they both have all my tandem cars are points cars because they feel the same, so I don't know what to tell you. If you could pick 5 European cars to own in your life, which? BMW M3 E30, which has a fucking 4-cylinder, you assholes. Everyone's telling me that it has a 6-cylinder. Look it up, you dickheads. So that. Ferrari 430 Scuderia, Ferrari F355, a Pagani Zonda Cinque, which is one of my favorite cars in the world, and a heavily customized, as in like lowered, and then it put a lot of money into it. Probably any kind of older VW. I'm a VW fan. And 4, between you and me, but it's pretty vague. Can I leave my upcoming commentaries in the video response? Thank you for your time, whatever. I have no problem if you want to leave something in the video response, just so long as that's where it stays. I have an issue when people advertise in the comments. That pisses me off. But if you want to leave a video response to get yourself some attention, I have no problem with that at all. I will approve it without question. Ask Aero. Sup, Aero. That's a pet peeve of mine. But first of all, thank you for getting me into drifting on Forza. I really wouldn't be, excuse me, the drifter I am today without watching your tuning vids and listening to your advice. It a lot. Anyways, I wanted to ask, what car do you drive and is it a stick shift? I believe I've answered this before, but I drive a 2003 Honda Accord I think it's an EX V6. It is not a stick shift, it's automatic, which is why I'm not spending any money on it right now. I'm just going to use it for the winter, try to baby it, sell it, and then, see what goes from there. But I've been playing Forza for a while, and recently drifting you actually got me interested into drifting, and I've been practicing using some of your tips. I'm not quite average, but I'm getting there. I don't use tunes yet. I only have one car with one, but do you only announce open lobbies on Twitter? Because I would love to play with you sometime, and I do not have a Twitter, and I'm unaware of open lobbies. No, I will usually post a video saying, I'm doing an open lobby, but, like, people tell me, oh, give us an advance, but when I do open lobbies, it's really, really impromptu, because whenever, I have time, and, I think about it, and then I'll do it. A lot of what I do, when I involve you guys, is really, like, spur of the moment. It's not really planned out, but, no, just as long as you pay attention to your sub box. Fuck, that's good. I thought my phone was off. As long as you pay attention to your sub box, then you should be able to get in, no problem. Usually it doesn't really fill up. It gets close, but, Grid 2 announced an initial D5th stage coming in November. Thoughts? I believe you already gave me a question, but this is a little bit better than the other one, in my opinion. But Grid 2, I don't know. They have no cockpit view, as far as I know, in Grid 2, which kind of pisses me off. But Grid 1 was a great game, so more the Forza Horizon thing, even though I already pre-ordered Forza Horizon, we're going to have to see how it plays out. Initial D5th stage, how could that not be awesome? I just kind of hope they get a subtitle version soon, as fast as possible, and then we can get it over here stateside. I'd rather a sub than the dub, but you know what? I'll take whatever we can get. 2 questions. How come there aren't any black people in Scooby-Doo? Because it would look weird with Scoob because he's brown. How do you feel about toe hair on a woman? As long as it's not braided. Hi, Aero. Would you ever consider building a ZL1 Camaro and/or Mustang Boss 302 from the August pack? Problem with that was I was 20 points short to buy that, but if I did buy it, I probably would build both of those cars. Maybe not a Mustang. I'm not a huge Mustang fan. I don't like it in game. I don't mind the car itself, but I don't like it in game. Do you have the same name as me, just spelled different? Anyway, dude, why are you against people drifting with 4-wheel drive cars? Again, I say this in a I didn't look at this one in advance, but it's easy mode. Your front wheels pull you out of anything. There's no really any skill. The only skill to it is like position your car so you know that you're going to be able to power through the whole turn. But once you start drifting, really, it's just you hold the stick, hold the gas, and you don't really do anything other than that. Your choices are a smart car, Toyota Aygo S14, but it's owned by your gay, abusive boyfriend, and suicide. I'm just thinking. Where do you come up with this shit? I don't think I can handle being the bottom in a gay relationship because I do like my inside of my asshole. So as much as I do want an S14, I'm gonna have to pass on that. I do like living, so I'm not gonna kill myself. I'd probably take an Aygo just because it's kind of like the hipster version of the smart car. It's a smart car, but not really. And then just put a big engine in it. Yeah. A habit you have, something you always do or find the need to do if you don't. A habit you have. I don't get it. Hold on. A habit you have, something you always do or find the need to do if you don't. That's worded really fucked up. I'm assuming it's just saying like a bad habit. I bite my nails a lot. Fuck. Probably. So like something I'd have to do in a day. I don't know. It's not really. I'm not really a kind of like I'm OCD in a way, but I'm not OCD in the way I have to do something a certain way. Like I don't know. The really bad habit I think I have is like picking my pimples on my face. Like sometimes I'll have like a breakout and then I'll just scratch it. I kind of just, it's a bad habit. And biting my nails. And yeah, no, I don't know. I think that's it. One moral belief you'll always stand by is stay faithful in a relationship. I don't believe in cheating. I think that it's terrible. I'd rather just break up with a person. But I think I can do better than that. Bros before hoes. Apologies to all 5 of you women watching. I'm not trying to call you hoes. But once your girlfriend becomes your life, your relationship is doomed to fail. Mostly because that you should treat your significant other, whether it be a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I don't judge, is you should treat them like your best friend. You know, you want to hang out a lot, and you know, you should talk about everything and whatever, but your world does not revolve around them, because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna your partner's gonna get creeped out by that. At least I found. Or you know, or you'll start, like, your friends will start leaving you, and then eventually when the relationship fails, you're alone. And you're not just alone, you have no friends left. So your friends come first before it doesn't give you an excuse to ignore your girlfriend or boyfriend. Just, you know, what would be a question you'd be afraid to tell the truth on? I don't know, wouldn't that me just be telling you the answer to the question? Because, I don't know. I'm very truthful in questions. I don't really lie. Like when someone's asking me something about myself, I don't really, probably to tell my parents my driving habits, that'd be something I wouldn't want to tell them the truth about. But I know you're looking for something deeper there, and I don't really have it for you. I'm sorry. Hey, bucko, it's me again. My little brother figured it out, and I now drive manual thanks to your advice with the tuning. I'm glad it worked. Anyways, I got 3 questions for you. 2 are serious questions, and the last is for funsies. That's my favorite word. The first one is me and my friend were having an argument over the best engine for Sylvia S14. I said, you have to keep it stock and go from there with an SR20, but my friend was like, well, the RB engine is the best engine. What are you doing with it? Like, wait, I see what he's doing there. Get it? I was wondering if you can break the tie. I don't know, man. SR20, it depends on what you want it for. If it's gonna be, if I was making a daily driver and I wasn't going to drift it and I was just going to have it, I'd probably put the RB in it just for like the wow factor, you know what I mean? It would catch more people's attention, it's louder. But if you're going to, I'd rather abuse the SR20 in a drift situation, because it probably would be cheaper to replace than the RB engine would. But I'm going to have to break the tie and give you another option with why do you know V8? You know, especially if you live in North America, a V8 is just a better idea. And I'm JDM till I die, but I've come to realize from watching years and years of Formula Drift that you can't go wrong with a V8 and an S13. But at the end of the day, it's all down to preference. Me personally, I'll probably end up putting a European V8 in mine just to be a real fucking asshole. Next question's quick. What do you mean by simulate rain when you said in the R33 personal projects video? How does it work? Basically, you turn the grip down. You add a grip handicap, but you don't make it too high, so it kind of simulates rain. Lastly, if you had to kill each one of these characters, which would kill your childhood the most? Thomas the Tank Engine, I kind of like Thomas, but I was never huge into it. Barney, never watched Barney at all. All the Rugrats, Bugs, or Mickey Mouse. Rugrats was probably my favorite show growing up, so I would not want to kill any of the Rugrats at all. Thank you. I like questions like that. They're kind of odd. Well, howdy, Aero. Kitty face. Kitty face. 3 questions. Are you a virgin? I think I answered this. The answer is no. I'm almost 19 years old. If I was... Nah, you know what? It's not even that. It's not even a problem if you're still a virgin at this age. But no, I am not. If there was one car you could have intercourse with, what would it be? It would probably be the Zonda, because it has 4 tailpipes. There's lots of options to put your dick in other holes, and they're all right next to each other. So it's just convenient. And your name is MrAeroHD, but you ever MrAeroHD. A funny story about that is I made a other account called MrAeroHD. or MrAeroHD, I forget what it is. I tried looking for it after I read this question, but I couldn't find it. That I was going to start uploading on, and I was going to ditch MrAeroHD. Mostly because I thought MrAeroHD was kind of funny. It was like it played off the HD that everyone has in their names. I only had a Dazzle at the time, so I didn't have any HD videos. I rendered in HD, but I never had like any high def content. And a lot of people on Junkyard's channel, when I originally started uploading way back in the day, thought MrAeroHD, SG, and I thought this might be funny. So, but never materialized because I had like 500 subscribers on this channel at the time. And this is one I wanted to address. It's not really one I wanted to answer on the video, but it's for you guys. But are you going to be continuing your Let's Play of Need for Speed Underground 2? The thing about that is I want to upload like 2 or 3 a week when I do that because you guys really like it. To do that, I have to sit down and play it for 2 hours, and I have to find a time of the day where no one's home or everyone's not going to bother me. I'm awake and alert, so I'm not sitting there going, this is this car, right? So it's not boring for you, and it doesn't take out of what my personal time, which is basically just eating chips and masturbating. So, which is 95% of what I do besides my work. So it's coming back in the fall. I don't want to make any promises, but gaming with friends is taking its place for now, combined with open lobby madness, because those are somewhat easy to do. But it will come back in the fall when I start school, because I'll have a lot more time on my hands, actually, because without work and school is not going to be that hard for me this year. So, yeah. About September, it'll come back, and it'll come back in full force, I promise. So thank you guys for watching. If it was just a text in the background, which is probably what's going to end up happening, just so the video renders faster, and I don't really feel like going to get gameplay at 12:30 at night. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for putting up with my bullshit, because there is quite a bit of it, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Take care.